All right, our focus today will be on mobilizing the spine and the hip muscles. We'll be improving how the lower legs are coordinated, how they work, but by first making the spine and hips move better. Sit in a firm, level seat, lift a leg, or just extend the foot to rotate the ankle. You can hold the leg up, as I am in the video, or you can just hold the foot out. The key here is to move the foot and ankle slowly and smoothly. It'll be challenging to make the circle smooth. Go about 10 times one way and then 10 times the other way. Important as you do this and all the exercises is to breathe. Concentrating on something new, you'll be tempted to hold the breath, but don't do it. Breathe the whole time. Switch legs. Slowly rotating the foot one direction, approximately 10 times. And then you'll change directions. Try to sit upright in your torso. Don't hunch forward or slump back too far in your chair. A dining room chair or an office chair can work well. Couches don't usually do very good. You should feel some of the muscles around the shins and ankles get kind of warm or tired after this exercise. Now we want to warm up the hip flexors, the muscles that hinge our legs to our body. So I'm turning sideways so you can see. Put your hands behind you in the chair. Push down with your palms to hold your body upright. Hike a knee up, breathing as you do it. Keep your torso upright. Switch sides. We're just warming these muscles up, activating all the deep hip flexor muscles while keeping the spine upright. It's a lot harder than it looks in the video. Breathing out when you lift. Next, for an added difficulty, we can straighten the leg and lift. Lower, straighten, lift, lower. If this is too hard to stay upright in your torso, then just repeat the bent knee lifts. Breathing as you do it. The hands behind you help push your spine upright. Good. Good. You should feel your thigh muscles, your quadriceps working. You should feel your body get a little warm probably from doing this. We're aiming for about 10 each side with both these exercises. You just want to make sure you've really warmed the legs up. Now we're going to squeeze inward on a support. So this is a yoga block that works well. It can be a rolled up blanket or pillow. It can be a book, probably a pillow or a yoga block. You're going to exhale, squeeze, inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Continue that way. Follow your own breath cycle. You're not trying to break the bank here, just engaging those inner thigh muscles, turning them on. Now we'll do the reverse. We'll just put the hands on the outside of the legs, pressing out. Inhaling, relaxing. Exhaling, pressing out. Inhaling, relaxing. Good. The arms are just stopping the legs from opening so the outer hips and outer buttocks are working. Good. Continue at your own breath rate. Again, 10 to 15. We just want to warm up the muscles a bit on every side of the hips. Now we're going to begin a little rotational movement we'll do throughout the sequence to loosen up all the muscles around the hips, buttocks, thighs. Hands on the back, separate the feet wide. Fingers are approximately touching on the low back. And rotate the hips in a large circle. breathing as you do it. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Trying to make the rotation as circular and smooth as possible. You'll see that as a trend in the motions that we do. You'll notice part of the circle is harder to make than another part. Really slow down, smooth it out. Go about 10 times one way, reverse. Trying to always improve the motion to be more of a perfect circle, less of an oval or a box or anything like that. And just really paying attention to where it feels tight in your low back or in your thighs, etc. All right. Next, we'll find our seat again, and we're going to warm up the whole spine a bit with a little arching and flexing, or cat-cow, cat-dog. Sit upright, hands on the knees, arch the spine back, bow the spine forward. Arch the spine back, even pulling the shoulder blades back more than I am in the video. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, bowing the back. Arching the back. Rounding the back. Go through 10 or 15 of these. Just waking up all the ligaments and muscles on both sides of the spine. Make sure you breathe. Any of these exercises, holding your breath will make them accomplish exactly nothing. You've got to breathe. Now, I'll turn back to face the camera. Just fingers behind the head. We're going to rock the shoulders and spine side to side. Exhaling down, inhaling up, down, up. Feel the sides of the spine here. Warm up, articulate, move, bend, waking up this lateral motion. We really don't do very much in normal life. We keep our spine so stiff and sort of flexed forward. So we want to remind it how to coordinate all the muscles to move it side to side. Very good. Keep breathing. Do a good 15 or 20 of these total. Follow along with the video, or if you've memorized it, do it till you feel like the range has gotten a little bigger. Now, let's see, we are going to do a couple of the arch and flex again. Now that we've taken the spine side to side, we remind it the front and back motion, just a time or two. And we're going to give it a little rotation. So put one hand on the opposite knee, the other hand on the chair behind you. Lift your spine up tall and rotate. Don't rotate too much with the neck and head. Let them come last. We want the ribs and the waist and the shoulders to turn. To put as much rotation in every level of the spine as we can. Do a good 30 seconds on one side and then switch. Lifting up tall, try to lift the head as far away from the hips, as high off the pelvis as possible, pushing down in the chair to help that happen. You can have a mirror nearby to kind of look at your alignment too, to make sure you're not bending, arching forward, or twisting up your spine somehow. And breathe. Good. Now we're going to go through our rotation in the hips, the pelvis again. It might feel a little freer, a little looser. This is the best exercise to come back to recheck how all of the muscles around the pelvis are behaving. And then we're going to swing the leg. You need a stable platform, a stair, a book, a yoga block, something where you can hold on with your other hand. And we're going to swing and rock the leg like a children's swing set. Loose. We're not kicking with a stiff leg. The leg is kind of loose and floppy. And it gently tractions the hip joint to hang and swing the leg in this manner. Don't overarch your low back. We're not trying to put this in the back. We just want the hip socket to have a little swinging traction. Loosen up all the ligaments around it. Make sure you're stable. Don't fall over. Switch sides when you're ready. Just spend about 30 seconds or a minute on each side. Excellent. And the last motion we need to do is to rotate the femur bone, the leg bone, in the hip socket. Grab your little support, a book, a yoga block, whatever it is, stand it up on its end so it's about 8 to 12 inches tall. Put a foot on it. Now, doesn't matter how far we go here. We're just going to take the knee inward and outward. If it's an inch, if it's a foot, it's all good. Breathing as you do it, use the hand to help and just sort of loosen up the hinge a bit, like opening and closing a door hinge, bringing some movement back into it. Breathe as you do it. It should feel good. It may feel tight, but it should feel nice. Sit upright, breathe. Do one side for somewhat near a minute, and then switch sides. Minor technical difficulty. Continue on with the hip rotations, or rather the hip socket pivots. And now we're ready to practice engaging the legs to stand up, this squatting motion. We're going to do it in a supported way. You're going to take your seat to somewhere where you can hold on to a support. So I have my little red bench here and a pole in front of it so I can squat forward, supported in the chair, and just give a brief pickup. You'll see what I mean. I'm sitting down, I have my hands on the support, and then with a straight back, I hinge forward, I stand up slightly, I